Hello viewers, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this video on Neco 2022 further mathematics objective questions. So it simply means that we are going to be solving Neco 2022 further mathematics objective question. And before we get it started, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click subscribe button right now, and you can also click on the bell notification so that you'll be notified whenever we post video on this channel. So like I said earlier, we are going to be solving NECO 2022 further mathematics objective question in this video. So in the subsequent video, we are going to be solving the theoretical aspect of this NECO 2022 further mathematics. So in this video, we are going to be telling you the topics where the question were picked one after the other. We are going to be solving each question systematically, and we are going to pick the correct answer out of the option provided. So without wasting much of our time, let's get it started. Question number one is what you are seeing right now on the screen, and the question is from the polynomial. Question number one is from polynomial. You are to find the remainder when the polynomial 3s cubed plus 8s squared plus 3s plus 10 is divided by s plus 3. So when you divide this dividend by this divisor, then the remainder is what you have to find. And there are many ways for in which you can do this. We can divide this function by this divisor, so using the long division method. But there's a faster approach, or to doing this. So if you substitute the f of minus 3 into this function, that should give us the remainder. If you substitute f of minus 3 into this dividend, that will give us the remainder. Like I said here, the remainder of this f of x is f of minus 3, and that is gotten from this plus 3 here. So like if I'm giving s plus 5 here, that means if I substitute s of minus 5 into this function, that will give me the remainder. So that means if you substitute f of minus 3 into this, that should give us the remainder, and that's what we did. F of minus 3 is equal to 3 into minus 3 cube plus 8 into minus 3 squared plus 3 into minus 3 plus 10. Pardon me. So minus 3 cube will give us minus 27. Minus 27 times 3 will give us minus 81. Then minus 3 squared here will give us 9. 9 times 8 will give us 72. 3 times minus 3 will give us minus 9. Then plus 10. If you simplify that further, that will give us minus 8. So that means the remainder of this polynomial divided by this divisor will give us minus 8. So, and option C is the correct option there. Question number 2 is on binary operation. So binary operation, the binary operation asterisk on the set of real number is defined by a asterisk b equals to a plus b minus 2 for all a comma b belongs to R, which is real number. You have to find the neutral element in R under asterisk. Neutral element is same thing as identity element. So we have to find the identity element. So, and how do we do that? A asterisk b, you have been given the rule to use. A asterisk b is equals to a plus b minus 2. So to find identity element of a set, so that means you have a asterisk e equals to a asterisk e equals to a, where e here is the neutral element, that is identity element there. So now if you put this one in this rule given to us, so that means a will replace a, e will replace b here, equals to a. So if you put a here, then you put e here, that means you'll be having a plus e minus 2 to be equals to a. So we have a plus e minus 2 equals to a. Collect like times, a will take care of a there. So that means you have e minus 2 is equals to 0 left. So e will be plus 2. So that means the neutral element, which is identity element of this set R under binary operation asterisk, is 2. So an option B is the correct option. for that question. Question number 3 is from trigonometric ratio. Is from trigonometric ratio. You are given that cot theta is equals to 12 over 5. Find cosecant theta. So, and we know that cot is inverse of tan, and cosecant theta is inverse of sine. So, then how do we do this? Like I said, cot is inverse of tan. So when I inverse cot, I'll get tan. So there means tan theta will be 5 over 12 since cot is 12 over 5. So we can return this into the right angle triangle where theta is the angle. Theta, tan is opposite of adjacent. So 5 is opposite of this angle, then 12 is the adjacent. So we can find this hypotenuse side using Pythagoras theorem. So if you use Pythagoras theorem, you will find the you have s square equals to 5 square plus 12 square, and s square equals to 25 plus 144. S square will be 169. Therefore, s will be 13. So that means the hypotenuse side is 13. From there, we can find the cosecant theta. Cosecant theta is given as inverse of sine. So that will give us 1 over, what is sine? Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, 5 over 13. So if you inverse this, that will give us 13 over 5. So option E is the correct option for question number 3. Question number 4 is also on binary operation. You are given A asterisk B equals to cube root of AB. You got to find 16 asterisk 32. So it's very simple as well. You have been given the rule. The rule is A asterisk B equals to cube root of AB. So we have to find 16 asterisk 32. That means our A will stand for 16, our B will stand for 32 here. And if you put it into this rule, then we are having cube root of 16 times 32. 16 times 32 will give us 512. So cube root of 512 is 8. So option B is for answer for question number 4. Question number 5 is from sequence and series. It's from sequence and series, but we don't know the out of the two uh, that the question belongs to. But if you look at the sequence very well, you will know whether it belongs to AP or GP. So you are given that this sequence 7, 4, 1, minus 2 that you have to find the 31st term of this sequence. So if we don't know whether it belongs to AP or GP, but if you check the two successive terms, if you find the difference of this term, second term and the first term, it gives us minus 3. You find the difference between this third and second, also it gives us minus 3 as well. So we can see that it has a constant difference, or common difference rather. So that means the sequence belongs to AP, arithmetic progression. So like I said, the sequence is an AP because there is a common difference in between two successive terms. So and the common difference is minus 3. So we have to find the 31st term. So to find the 31st term of an AP is a plus 30d. So how do we get that? That is from the formula of finding number of term. So number of term is equal to a plus open bracket n minus 1d, where n is our number of term we are looking for, and a is the first term, then d is the common difference. So if you substitute that correctly, then you have 7 plus open bracket 31 minus 1 into minus 3. Then 31 minus 1 will give us 30. Then 30 times minus 3 will give us minus 90. And if you simplify that, that will give us minus 83. So that means the 31st term of this sequence is minus 83. And option B is the correct option. Question number 6 is from matrices. We are given matrix A and matrix B, and they are both 2 by 2 matrices. So we have to calculate BA. That means we are using matrix A to multiply matrix B. So that means matrix B is multiplying matrix A. So that's what we are having here right now. And we can see that the condition for multiplication of matrices is satisfied. The number of elements in the rows match the number of elements in the column, so we can multiply. And how do we multiply? 3 times 4 is give us 12. Then minus 2 times 6 will give us minus 12 as well. Also 3 times 2 will give us 6. Then minus 2 times 3 will give us minus 6 as well. Then this row also will multiply the column as well. Minus 6 times 4 will give us minus 24. Then 6 times 6 will give us plus 24. Minus 6 times 2 will give us minus 12. 4 times 3 will give us plus 12. If you simplify that further, that will give us 0, yes, 0, 0, 0. So that means uh, B times A will give us a null matrix which has a 0 as the whole the element in it. So option A is the correct option for question number 6. Question number 7 is on uh, propositional logic. Is from logic. Given that the statement Q, all justice are lawyers, and proposition R, all lawyers are bold, which of the following statement is true? All bold people are lawyers. That is not true. All justices are bold, because all justices are lawyers and all lawyers are bold. That means all justices are bold. So option B is the correct option. If you see, look at it correct critically. So option B is the correct option because all justices are lawyer and all lawyer are bold. That means all justices are also bold, as you can see. So question 7, B is the option. Question number 8 is from trigonometric ratio, and we are to use quadrant to solve this question. We are looking for the equivalent trigonometric function for sine 295, and to get the value of that. So sine 295 will fall in the third quadrant, and in the third quadrant sine is negative, so there we have a minus here. Sine the angle minus 180 degrees, so 295 minus 180 will give us 115. So minus sine 115 will give us minus 0.9063. Even if you press this one in calculator, it should give you the answer for also as well. So option 8, question number 8. Option A is the answer for question number 8. Question number 9 now. You're having functions here now. You're having f of x and g of x. You have to find f of g of 2. So that is very simple as well. This is a composite function. You are putting a function in another function. So g of x is put in f of x. So then 2 will now be our value of our x. That's what you're having here now. So like I said, you are putting g of x into f of x. So wherever we see x in f of x, we put this to g of x. So technically, you'll be having 2 into bracket 2x squared plus 1, then minus this 1 that you're having here. So that's what you're having here right now. Then you can now, anywhere you now put x, you can put that 2 there. That will give us 2 into bracket 2 into 2x squared plus 1, close the bracket, minus 1. If you simplify this very well, we have 4 here. 4 times 2 will give us 8. 8 plus 1 will give us 9. So this 9, 2 multiply this 9, that will give us 18 minus 1, and that will give us 17. So f of g of 2 is 17, and option C is the correct option for question number 9. Question number 10 is from logarithm. Given that log 2 base 10 is 0.3010, and log 3 base 10 is 0.4771. We have to find the value of x in 2 raised to power x minus 1 equals to 3 raised to power x, and correct your answer to 2 decimal places. So like I said, the question is from logarithm. You have to simplify 2 raised to power x minus 1 equals to 3 raised to power x. So if it were to be like the base of this index are equal, we'll have cancelled out the base, but they don't have the same base. 2 and 3 are not the same thing. So you can take log of both sides. If you take the log of both sides, you have this, like I've written. Then according to the laws of logarithm, this number 2 here is having a power. That means the power can go to the back of the logarithm, and also this as well. So you have x minus 1 log 2 is equal to x log 3. So you have been given the value of log 2 and log 3. If you simply substitute that here, you have s minus 1 into 0.3010 equals to s into 0.4771. If you open the bracket, s will multiply this, 1 will also multiply this. That means you have what you're having here. Then s times this also will give us 0.4771x. Then you can take like times from there. This come to this side, and this come to this side. So you'll be having 0.3010 x minus 0.4771x equals to 0.3010. Here you can factorize x out here, or you can just subtract. So when I factorize, I have 0.3010 minus 0.4771 into x. So subtract this, that will give us 0, that will give us minus 0.1761. You cannot divide both sides by minus 0.161, and that's what you're having here as our x. So technically our s will be minus 1.71 approximately. So option D is the correct option for question number 10. Question number 11 is from sum of the root and product of quadratic equation. Sum of the root and product of quadratic equation. If the root of the equation s squared plus 2s minus 1 is equal to 10, so equals to 0, pardon me for that, are alpha and beta, then you have to find alpha minus beta squared. So like I said, this question is from sum of and product of quadratic equation. So what you need to do is to get the sum and product of quadratic equation. We know that our a is 1, being the equation of s squared, our b is 2, and our c is minus 1. Then if you sum, since alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation, if you sum, then that will give us a plus b, so alpha plus beta equals to minus b over a. And what's our b? Our b is 2, that will give us minus 2 over 1, and that will give us minus 2. Then if you find the product of the roots alpha beta, that will give us c over a. That will be, our c is minus 1, our a is 1, that gives us minus 1. So we have to simplify alpha minus beta squared. Alpha minus beta squared means that we have to expand this alpha minus beta in two places twice. And if you expand it, that means you'll be having alpha squared minus 2 alpha beta plus beta squared. Then you can rearrange it by saying alpha squared plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. Then this also has its own expansion. Alpha squared plus beta squared has its own expansion, and that is alpha plus beta all squared minus 2 alpha beta. If you replace this with this one here, that means the equation becomes alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta minus 2 alpha beta. Minus 2 alpha beta minus 2 alpha beta will give us minus 4 alpha beta. Then now you can see that what the expansion of this now is in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So we know the value of alpha plus beta and we know the value of alpha beta. So we can substitute. Alpha plus beta is minus 2. So that will give us minus 2 squared minus 4. And alpha beta is minus 1. So minus 4 squared, minus 2 squared will give us 4. Then minus times minus will give us plus. So 4 plus 4 will give us 8. So option D is the correct option for question number 11. So question number 12 is the next question now, and the question is also from arithmetic progression. You are told that find the sum of 10 terms of the arithmetic progression minus 6 minus 2 command 2 starting from 6 terms. So you are summing the sum of terms together, sum of 10 terms, but we are starting from 6 terms together. We are starting from 6 terms. We are not starting from the first term, we are starting from the 6th term. And we are summing 10 terms together. So if you want to sum 10 terms together, that's starting from 6th term. So that should be 15 terms minus 5th term. Don't forget that we are starting from 6th term. So that means 6th term is part of it. So how do we get 10 terms? That will be 15 minus 5 to give us 10. And if you do 15 minus 16 minus 6, that will give us 9. That will not be 10. And if you do 16 minus 6, so that means we are not including 6. That's what we are telling us. So that's why we are doing 15 minus 5, because 15 minus 5 is 10. Then the starting from 5, that means 6 is included as well. So if that is the case now, so that means if you find sum of 15 minus sum of 5, that will give us the sum of term of that sequence. So, and how do we find sum of term in AP? That will be n over 2 into 2a plus open bracket n minus 1d. So we can find the sum of 15 by substituting our 15 over 2 into 2 times our a is minus 6 plus uh 15 minus 1 will give us 14, then times d, which is 4. If we find a common difference, that will give us 4 minus the fifth term as well. You can put the fifth term as well here as well by substituting it correctly as well. Then if that should be the case, then if you simplify this further, 2 times minus 6 will give us minus 12, plus 14 times 4 will give us 56. Then also here you have 2 times minus 6, that will give us minus 12. Then plus 4 times 4 will give us 16. Then if you simplify this further, minus 12 plus 56 will give us 44. Then we multiply 15 over 2 minus 12 plus 16 will give us 4. Then multiply by 5 over 2. 2 can take care of 4 here, and 2 can take care of 44 here as well. So that means we having 15 times 22 here. Then here you'll be having minus 10. If you simplify this further, that will give us 330 minus 10, and that gives us 320. So option C is the correct option for question number 12. Question number 13 is from partial fraction. We have to resolve this partially, and how do we do that? Is by giving the denominator a numerator. So that means you'll be having 4s plus 2 over s plus 6 into s plus 8 equals to a over the first denominator plus b over the second denominator. Then from there, we can find the LCM of the right hand side here. What's the LCM will be s plus 6, s plus 8. Then from there, what can we do? This in this will give us s plus 8 left times 8. Then that will give us this, plus this in this will give us s plus 6 times b will give us b into s plus 6. Then from there, the denominator can cancel the denominator. That means you have a 4s plus 2 equals to a into s plus 8 plus b into s plus 6. Then if that should be the case now, all we need to do is to eliminate one after the other. We eliminate b to find a and eliminate a to find b. How can we eliminate b? Is by making our s will be minus 6. If our s is minus 6 here, that means b here will be minus. So when our s is minus 6, then you put your minus 6 here, that will give us minus 24 plus 2 equals to minus 6 plus 8 will give us 2a left. So this one becomes 0. So that means you have minus 22 equals to 2a. Divide both sides by 2, that will give us a to be minus 11. How can we eliminate a as well from here? Is by making a and s to be equals to minus 8. So when s is minus 8, then what do we have here? Put your minus 8 here times 4, give us minus 32 plus 2 equals to, this one becomes 0. Then a minus 8 plus 6 will give us minus 2 also. So you have a minus 2b left. Then if you divide both sides by minus 2, then b will be 15. So therefore the fraction becomes 4s plus 2 over s plus 6 into s plus a equals to, our a is minus 11 over s plus 6 plus 15 over s plus a, where b our b is 15. Then you can rearrange that, give us 15 over s plus 8 minus 11 over s plus 6. So if you look at the option provided, option E is the correct option. So I want to try to remind you that we are solving Neco 2022 for the mathematics objective question. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click on subscribe button right now on this channel, so that and you can also click on the bell so that you will be notified whenever we post a video on this channel. Question number 14 is the next question, and it's from differentiation, and we are differentiating this function implicitly. Pardon me for that English. Implicitly. That way you are going to use implicit function. This function is an implicit function, so we are going to differentiate it using implicit method. So how do we do that? If you differentiate 2x, that give us so x squared give us 2x, and if you differentiate y squared, that will give us 2y divide the head, because y is a dependent variable, so you need to add your divide here, so it equals to, if you differentiate 4, that give us 0 because 4 is a constant. Then from there you can take like times 2x come to this size. Then you add 2y dy dx equals to minus 2x. Then you can, our aim is to find dy dx by, so because we are differentiating. So how do we get dy dx? Is by dividing both sides by 2y. So if you divide both sides by 2y, that gives dy dx equals to minus 2x over 2y. So 2 can take care of 2. That means you have minus x over y left. So that means dy dx is equals to minus x over y. And the option B is the correct option for question number 14. Now the next question is what you are seeing on the screen right now, and that is from inequality. So you are having inequality 3x minus 2 less than x plus 1 less than or equals to 2x plus 3. So you have to find the range of this inequality. So we are having inequality. You can split this inequality into two inequalities. So if you can split it, that give us 3x minus 2 less than or x plus 1. That's one inequality. Another one is x plus 1 less than or equals to 2x plus 3. So we can now solve them one after the other. We can solve this by collecting like time 3x minus s less than 1 plus 2. So 3x minus s will give us 2x. 1 plus 2 give us 3. So divide both side by 2. S will be less than 3 over 2. Also, this one as well can also take like time. That will be s minus 2x less than or equals to 3 minus 1. So s minus 2x will give us minus s less than or equals to 2. Divide both side by minus 1. That will give us x is greater than or equals to minus 2. Then we can now combine these two inequalities now to give us the range. So that will give us minus 2 will be less than or equals to x less than 3 over 2. And option A is the correct option for question number 15. Question number 16 right now is from logarithm and indices. So we're having logarithm and indices. Of course, you have to, if 7 raised to power s minus 1 is equal to log uh, square root of 5 base square root of 5, find the value of x. If you are very smart about this one will give us 1. Logarithm of square root of 5 base square root of 5 is 1. Forget this one is just like a way or another way of showing, telling you, solving it for you or us. How many times can I raise it? How many times can I raise the square root of 5 to get square root of 5? That is 1 times. So everything in this right hand side there is a 1, and that's what we did here. What I did here is that I changed the base of this logarithm to base 5. So, and that will give us that will give us a log 5 raised to power half base 5 over log 5 raised to power half base 5 as well. So that we are having here, you have converted it to base 5. Then this half can come to the back here. That means you have a half log 5 base 5. That will give us 1 times half. That will give us half. Then also this square root of 5 here also is means 5 raised to power half. That means the half can also come to the back. We are left with half log 5 base 5. And that give us 1 times half as well. That give us half. Half divided by half give us 1. So that means you're having 7 raised to power s minus 1 is equals to 1. So you can change this one to an index form having the base of 7, and that gives us 7 raised to power 0. So the base will take care of the base. So we have s minus 1 equals to 0. Technically, our s is 1. So option D is the correct option for question number 16. Question number 17 is also from propositional logic. Given the statement P, pilots are brave, Q, scientists are wizards, use the logical connectives to describe the statement pilots are brave but scientists are not wizard. So pilots are brave, that is P, but scientists are not wizard, that is negation of Q. So that means you need to negate this Q. And if you look at the option that give us that, that means you'll be having P and negation of Q. And option C, because of this statement you're having here, pilots are brave but scientists are not wizard. So option C is the correct option for question number 17. Question number 18 is also on partial fraction. We have to solve this partially, then find the value of 2a minus b. So if you know the value of our a and b, we can find 2a minus b. So based on my explanation on the question that we have solved on partial fractions, you know what you have done so far here. All you need to do is to find the LCM of the denominator here, and that is s plus 5 into s plus 3. Then uh what do we do? 5 in 5 in the denominator. So this statement is wrong. There is no plus here. What you're having here is s plus 5 into s plus 3. So s plus 5 in this will give us s plus 3 left times a. It will give us this plus uh s plus 3 in the denominator as well. That will, your left is s plus 5 multiplied by b will give us this. So forget, please, you need to pardon me for this. This plus is not there. That's a typographical error. So the denominator can cancel the denominator here. So you'll be having 5 plus 5s plus 3, 5s minus 3 equals to a into s plus 3 plus b into s plus 5 left. So we need to eliminate b to find a and eliminate a to find b as well. And that's what we have done here to get a to be 14. Also to get b to be minus 9. Then when you know your a to be 14 and your b to be minus 9, then you can substitute that into 2a minus b. That means you have 2 into 14 into minus 9. So that will give us 18 plus 9, and that gives us 37. So option A is the right answer for question number 18. Question number 19 is also on differentiation. You have to differentiate y is equals to 1 over cube of 3 s cube rather. Y is equals to 1 over s cube with respect to x. So of course now you can differentiate this straight away, and you can write this using the putting it in index form. So that will give us y equals to s raised to power minus 3. Then if you now differentiate y with respect to x, that will give us the y dx equals to, the base will come down and remove 1 from the base, so from the power there. The base come down and remove 1 from the power. So that means you have minus 3 multiplying s raised to power minus 4, because if you add if you remove 1 from minus 3, that gives us a minus 4. So if you look at the option there, option E is the correct option for question number 19. Next question, we have to find the inverse function of uh, exponential x. What is the inverse of exponential x? That we have to find. The inverse of exponential x is in x. The inverse of exponential s is in x. It is not exponential s, because we are not asked to find the, you are not asked to differentiate it. If you have to differentiate it, then that will give us exponential x. But they only ask us the inverse function of exponential x, which is in x. Option C is the correct option for question number 20. Question number 21 is on indices. You have to find the value of x when you are given 0.25 raised to power s minus 2 is equals to 0.125. We can change this to fraction and this also to fraction. That will give us 21 over 100 raised to power s minus 2 equals to 125 divided by 1000. 25 can go in 100 and 125 can go in 1000 as well. So 25 in 25 is 1, 25 in 100 is 4, 125 in 125 is 1, 125 in 1000 is 8. So technically this could be written as 4 raised to power minus 1 and 8 raised to power minus 1 as well, which we can change to index form of having base of 2. So that gives us 2 raised to power minus 2 and 2 raised to power minus 3 here as well. So from there, this minus 2 here, we multiply this power s minus 2 here, because according to the law of indices. So if that multiply, you'll be having 2 raised to power minus 2s plus 4 equals to 2 raised to power minus 3. Base can take care of the base. So you have minus 2s plus 4 equals to minus 3. Take like times. You have minus 2s equals to minus 3 minus 4. That gives us minus 7. So divide both side by minus 2. So s will be 3.5. So option E is the correct option for question number 21. Question number 22 is from SOD. You have to solve this question. The question is from SOD. if the square root of this is equal to sod a plus sod b, you have to evaluate a plus b. The square root of everything here is equal to sod a plus sod b. So that what you have written, a square root of 14 plus 4 sod 6 is equal to sod a plus sod b. How can we remove this sod? We can square both sides. Square both sides. If I square both sides, that means the square here will eliminate the square root. So if you square this side here, you'll be having sod a plus sod b squared. That means you have to expand this bracket in two places. So if you expand it in two places, you'll be having a plus 2 sod ab plus b. So that means you can rearrange your color light times here. That means you'll be having a plus b plus 2 sod a 2 sod ab. So you'll be having a plus b plus 2 sod ab. Pardon me for this 2 here as well. It's wrong. There's no 2 here. So if that should be the case, now that's a typographical error as well. So you're having 2a plus b plus 2 sod ab. If you can compare both sides, that means our a plus b will stand for what? 14. Then 4 sod 6 will stand for 2 sod ab. So question asks us to find a plus b. So a plus b is equal to what? 14. So, and option D is the correct option for question number 22. Question number 23. Find the sum of the coefficients in the expansion of x plus y raised to power 7. We want to sum all the coefficients of the expansion. So this can be done in using binomial expansion or using Pascal triangle. So you can use Pascal triangle here to expand this. Then you can now sum the coefficient of each terms. So, but here I use a binomial expansion to expand this x plus y raised to power 7, and that's what you have done here. You can decide to use what's it called, Pascal's triangle. It will still give you the same answer. So how do we use binomial expansion to expand this? The first term here will carry the power x raised to power 7, then y will carry 0, because as x decreases, y will be increasing with the power, divided by 0 factorial plus the power of 7 here will come down, and you remove 1 from the power x here. That gives us 7 x raised to power 6. Then y will increase by 1. So y squared, y raised to power 1 over 1 factorial. Then this is 6 also will come down for the next iteration. 7 times 6. Then remove 1 from the power of x here. That gives us 5. Then y will increase by 1. 2 over 2 factorial plus the 5 come down again for the next iteration. Remove 1 from the power, add 1 to the power, you have this over 3 factorial. Also the next one, 4 will come down, then you have 7 times 6 times 5 times 4, then x raised to power, you remove 1 from the power here, that gives us 3, add 1 to the power of y, 4 over 4 factorial. The next one you get this, the next one you have this, and the last iteration you have this. Then if you simplify that further, here you have y greater to power 0 is 0, 1, then 0 factorial is 1, then that will give us x raised to power 7 here. Then also here you'll be having, if you simplify this, you'll be having 7 x raised to power 6y plus 7 times 6. Then if you multiply 7 times 6, then divide by 2 factorial, that will give us 21. You have x raised to power 5 y squared left, plus if you find 7 times 6 times 5 divided by 3 factorial, 3 factorial is 6, then that will give us 35 x raised to power 4 y raised to power 3 plus next one, 7 times 6 times 4 times 5 divided by 4 factorials, that gave us a 35 also x cubed y raised to power 4 plus 7 times 6 times 4 times 5 and 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 divided by 5 factorial will give us 21. We are left with x squared plus x squared y raised to power 5. Then 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 divided by 6 factorial will give us x7. We are left with x, then y raised to power 6. Then 7 factorial will take care of everything here. We are left with x raised to power 0 is 1, y raised to power 7 is y raised to power 7. Then you have to add all the coefficient. That means you're having 1 plus 7 plus 21 plus 35 plus 35 plus 21 plus 7 plus 1 here. And that'll give us 128. So option E is the correct option for question number 23. So don't forget we are solving Neco 2022 for the mathematics objective question. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click on the subscribe button in this channel so that you will be notified whenever we post video on this channel. Question number 24 is on integration. You got to evaluate integral over 3x squared minus 5 over x plus 6 dx. So, and this can be done step by step, but I believe everyone that is watching this video should be a further mathematics student. Now, if that should be the case, now we can integrate 3x squared. That will be, we add 1 to the power, then the power come down. So that will give us 3x cubed over 3. Then we can rewrite this one as a minus 5 multiplied by 1 over x. So then plus 6. So if you integrate 1 over x, that will give us in x. And if you integrate 6, that will give us 6x plus c. So 3 can take care of 3 here. That means you have s cubed minus 5 in x plus 6s plus c. So option A is the correct option for question number 24. Question number 25 is from matrices, and you have to find the determinant of this matrix equals to minus 10. So we have to find the determinant of this 2 by 2 matrix. So how do we find determinant of this? We cross multiply, then the positional sign of this element here is minus. So minus times minus here will give us plus. So that means if you cross multiply here, 4x times minus 1 will give us minus 4x. Then positional sign of this minus 3 here is minus. So minus times minus will give us plus. Then cross multiply here also. So if you're having 3 times 2x, that gives us 6x is equal to minus 10. If you collect like time, minus 4x plus 6x will give us 2x equals to minus 10. Then divide both sides by 2, that will give us s to be minus 5. Option A is the correct option for question number 25 also. Question number 26 is from coordinate geometry. The coordinate of point A and B are 6, minus 8 and s, minus 5 respectively. Find the least value of x if AB is equal to 5. So the distance of AB is equal to 5. So that we can find the distance between these two AB and using this the coordinate of A and B. And what's the distance between 2 points given their coordinate? That will be square root of s2 minus s1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So we have been given the distance between distance AB already, which is 5. Then substitute their coordinate there. S2 is the x, S1 is 6, so you have x minus 6 squared plus open bracket, y2 is minus 5, and minus y1 is minus 8. That become plus 8 squared. Simplify that further, we have a you can square both sides to remove the square root. If you square both sides, that means you squares 5 and you square this side as well. So that you have 25 equals to x minus 6 squared plus excuse me, minus 5 plus 8 is 3. 3 squared will give us 9. And if you expand this s minus 6 squared, that will give us s squared minus 12s plus 36 plus 9. Then from there, if you collect like times, you can take this 25 to this side so that you collect like times. So you have s squared minus 6s plus 36 plus 9, that will give us plus 45. Then this come here minus 25 equals to 0. Then 45 minus 25 is 20 plus 20 equals to 0. So you can solve this quadratic equation now using any method that you know. But we solve this using factorization method. And that what gave us this next line. Then if you factorize, you have this. Then you have s plus 10 into s minus 2 equals to 0. Technically, s is equals to 10 or s is equals to 2. But because one asks us to find the least value, least value. So what's the least value between 10 and 2? And the answer is 2. So option C is the correct option for question number 26. Question number 27 is also on coordinate geometry. So in this case, you are working on gradient, given the coordinate of the of 2 points that the line passes through. The gradient of a line passing through the points a, 3 and 4, 7 is 4 over 5. Find the value of a. So what is the gradient of a line given the 2 points that the line passes through? So gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 over s2 minus x1. We have been given the gradient to be 4 over 5. So what's our y2? 7 minus our y1 is 3. 7 minus 3 over what's our s2? 4. And s1 is a. We have 4 minus a. So 7 minus 3 is 4 over 4 minus a. You can cross multiply from there. So 4 will multiply 4 minus a. That will give us a 16 minus 4a. Then 5 times 4 will give us 20. Collect like terms from there. Or better still, 4 is common to everything. You can divide through by 4. In divide through by 4, we have 4 minus a equals to 5. Collect like times. That will give us minus a equals to 5 minus 4 is 1. So technically, a will be minus 1. So option D is the correct option for question number 27. Question number 28 is from equation of circle. You have to find the length of a tangent. So the circle s squared plus y squared plus 4s minus 4y minus 8 is equals to 0 from the point s, sorry, 6, 9. You are looking for length of a tangent, not equation of tangent. There's equation of tangent, there's length of tangent. So you're having a circle, given the equation of that circle, and we are given a point where the tangent is touching outside the circle, so which is 6, 9. So this is the tangent TB, and is at this point B, 6, 9. Then we are looking for the length of it. So from the equation of this circle, we can get the coordinate of the center of the circle and the radius of the circle. So if we can get the radius of the circle and we can get the coordinate of the center, then we can now use the coordinate of the center and this point to find the distance between A and B. So if you now know that, you can now use Pythagoras theorem to find the length of the tangent, given this radius and knowing the distance, which is from here to here as well. So that's what I said. And we know the equation of the circle, so we can use the completely square method to find the coordinate of the center and the radius. So how do we do that? Collect like terms from here. We have x squared minus plus 4x plus y squared minus 4y equals to a. Take this corner to the other side. Then complete this squares, s squared plus 4x. If you complete it, that means you have 4, then squared it and add it to both sides. If you have 4, that is 2, squared it, that will give us 4. So that means you have s squared plus 4s plus 4. Then that 4 also add it to this side. Then also complete this square as well. Y squared minus 4y. Half minus 4 is minus 2, square it, that gives us plus 4. Then add it to both sides as well. So you have completed the squares for x and for y as well. Then make this a perfect square. That will give us s plus 2 squared. That will give us this. Also make this one also a perfect square. That means you have y minus 2 is equal to y minus 2 squared. Then add this together, that will equal to 16. Then if you compare this what you have gotten here to the template of equation of circle, which is as minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals to r squared. Then if you compare that to this what you have gotten here, you know that your a is minus 2, your b is 2, and your r is 4. So that means this is the coordinate of the center. That would be 2, minus 2 comma 2, and the radius is what, 4. That means from here to here, is 4. So we know the coordinate of the center. Having known the coordinate of the center, we can find the distance between a and b, which is the hypotenuse side of that right angle triangle, using the formula of finding the distance between 2 points. Then you'll be getting your AB to be sort of 113. So that means this side is sort of 113. So if you use Pythagoras theorem, knowing having this side and this side, you can use Pythagoras theorem to find this side. So, and that what you have to use here, the square of this side is equal to sum of the square of the remaining two sides using Pythagoras theorem. So what's the hypotenuse side? You have a side of 113. So squared it equals to 4 squared plus TB squared, which is the length of the tangent. So square of the side of 113 is 113. Then 4 squared is 16 plus TB squared. Collect light and that will be 113 minus 16 equals to TB squared, and that gives us 97 equals to TB squared. That means TB will be sort of 97, which that means the length of the tangent is sort of 97, and option D is the correct option for that. Question number 28 is from the midpoint, so it's also from coordinate geometry, but we are looking. Is the topic is midpoint. So you can find the midpoint of 2 points given their coordinates. So that will be s2 plus x1 over 2, comma y2 plus y1 over 2. So we know our s2, we know our s1, we know our y2, we know our y1. So from there, if you substitute critically, our s2 is minus 5, our s1 is 3. Minus 5 plus 3 will give us over 2, comma our y2 is minus 2, and our y1 is 4. So we have minus 2 plus 4 over 2. So minus 5 plus 3 give us minus 2 over 2, comma minus 2 plus 4 will give us plus 2 over 2. So that will give us, if you simplify that further, that will give us minus 1, comma 1. So option B is correct option for question number 29. Question number 30 is from vector. Vector. Calculate the value of lambda for which vector 5 lambda high plus 2j and 4 high minus 3j are perpendicular. So what is the condition for perpendicularity of two vectors? That means their dot product should be equal to 0. So when you multiply, find the dot product of the two vectors and they give you 0, that means they are perpendicular. So how do we do that? Find the dot product of this times this, then this times this. So 5 lambda times 4, 5 lambda high times 4 lambda 4 high will give us 20 lambda, because I times I will give us 1. Also 2j times minus 3j will give us minus 6 equals to 0, because if you multiply it normally, this multiply 5 lambda high multiplied by minus 3j will give us 0, because I times j will give us 0. So that's why we did not do the expansion like that. We can skip those one. This one also times 2j times 4 high will give us 0 as well. So if that is the case, you can collect like times. So that will give us 20 lambda minus is equals to 6. Then divide both sides by 20. So that means we have our lambda to be 6 divided by 20. Then that should give us 3 over 10. So option E is the right answer for question number 30. So we have like a 20 question to go right now. Question number 31 is for vector also. It's from vector. We have to find the resultant of the vectors 2AC, 5BC, 2CD, 5CD, and 2DA. Now this can be done in different ways, but the simplest way is the way we have done it here. So we can see that this vector has 2, this also have 2, this also have 2. So if you add those one that has 2 together, so I can now factorize 2 out. That means you have 2 into vector AC plus CD plus DA. So you can represent this one in a quadrilateral having A, B, C, then D. So then you can now draw the diagonals. So from there we have AC, where is AC is here, CD, where is CD, CD is here, then DA, where is DA, DA is here as well. So from there, from this using the law of triangle in vector, we can find the value of AC. If I'm moving from AC, the same thing I'm moving from AB plus CD, BC. AC same thing as AB plus BC. So that what they have here. AC same thing as sorry, I mean we use the other triangle. AC same thing as AD plus DC. So AC, moving from AC is same as AD plus DC. So that's what we are right, what we have here. So I can replace this one, whatever I get here with this AC here. So that means I have 2 into AD plus DC, which is representing AC, then plus CD plus DA. So from there, but we know that DC same thing as minus CD, because DC is moving from year to year. The minus CD is moving in opposite direction and moving from year to year. So you see the same value, but in opposite direction. Also, AD same thing as minus DA, moving in opposite value. So if I replace DC with minus CD here, and I replace AD with minus dA. So that means this will take care of this, and this also will take care of this. So you have 0 times 2 here, that will give us 0. So everything here becomes 0. So that means addition of all this plus this will give us 0. So that means we are left with 5 BC and 5 CD. So let's look at that as well. 5 CD plus 5 BC. 5 is common to them. You can factorize 5 out of the vectors. So also uh we know that BD, where's BD? We are moving from B to D. I'm moving from B to D. It's same thing as moving from B to C plus moving from C to D. Do you understand that? If I'm moving from B to D, that's moving from B to C. So that means I can replace this BD with BC plus CD. Then if you know that, that means to get CD as well, I can make CD the soil formula. That means this one comes here. That means CD will be BD minus BC. So that means our CD now is now BD minus BC. So I can replace that with this one here. So that means I will have 5 into BD minus BC, which is replacing this CD, then plus BC that we have left. So that means this one will take care of this one. That means you have BD left. So that means the answer will be 5 multiplying BD, and then you have 5BD. So when you find the result of these vectors, the answer is 5BD. So, and option E is the correct option for question number 31. Question number 32 is from motion. Sorry, it's from friction rather. It's from friction, and a stone of mass 20 kilogram rests on a horizontal plank. If the coefficient of the friction between the stone and the plank is 0.55, which is this value here, then we have been given the mass of the stone as well. Find the minimum force required to just move the stone along the horizontal plank. So we are looking for the force the force that can move the stone on the horizontal plank. So now we know that force is equals to this coefficient of friction multiplied by the reaction or reactant of the stone. Now the reactant is the same thing as the weight of the stone, because for every action there is opposite or equal and opposite reaction. So if the stone is on the plank, that means the weight of the stone should be equal to the reaction of this plank to the stone, because if the reaction of the stone is greater than that of the plank, that means the stone should sink. Are you there now? But if it is equal, that means the stone will be able to stand on the plank. So to get the reactant of the plank towards the stone, that is equal to the weight of the stone. And how do we get the weight? Weight is the mass times, this is wrong, this is mass times gravity. So weight is mass times gravity, which is the same thing as the reactant. So then from there, we have been given the coefficient of the friction, which is 0.55, multiplied by the mass, which is 20, times the gravitational force, which is 10. If you multiply that will give us the force that can move the stone to be 110 Newton. And option A is the correct option. Now, the next question is: a body of mass 5 kilogram attain a speed of 2 meters per second from rest over a distance of 10 meters. Find the magnitude of the force. So Also, we are looking for force that can find the magnitude of the force that can move a ball, a mass of 5 kilograms to attain a speed of this over a distance of 10 meter. So we are giving the mass, the velocity. So, but the body moves down from the rest. That means the initial velocity is 0 and the distance is 10 meter. So, given all this, we can find the acceleration of the body. So that from if you substitute that into this v square equals to u square plus 2ax, so we can find the acceleration a of the body to be 0.2 meter per second squared. Down when we know the acceleration, question asks us to find the force. When that force is equal to mass times acceleration. So I will be given the mass as 5 kilogram. Then acceleration is 0.2. If we multiply that, that will give us 1 Newton. So that means the force is 1 Newton. So option 30, option E is the right option for question number 34. Question number 35. A force of 30 Newton acts on a body of mass 2 kilogram traveling at 3 meter per second for 0.6 seconds in direction of its motion. Find its final velocity as well. This also is very simple as well. We are given the force. In this case, we have the mass of the body. We have the initial velocity. We have to find the final velocity, and we have the time. So also we need the acceleration to be able to find the final velocity. So how can we find acceleration? We are given the mass and the force. So we can use force is equal to mass times acceleration. So from there we get acceleration to be 15 meter per second squared. Now that we know the acceleration, we can now use one of the equation of the motion, v is equal to u plus at, to find this final velocity, given the initial, knowing the acceleration, and given the time to be 0.6 seconds. If you substitute the values, then the final velocity is 12 meter per second. So option E also is the correct option for question number 35. Question number 36 also is still uh on a force, also sorry, on momentum rather, so momentum. So a 20 Newton force acts at a perpendicular distance of 0.6 meter from a turning point. What is the moment of the force? What is the moment of the force? Moment is the force times perpendicular distance. So moment is the force times perpendicular distance. You have been given the force and you have been given the distance to be 0.6 meter. So force is 20 times 0.6 meter. That will give us 12 point Newton per meter. Sorry, Newton meter rather. So an option D is the correct option for that question number 36. Looking for moment. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click on subscribe button, and you can also click on the bell so that you'll be notified whenever you will post video on this channel. Question number 37 now is the next question, and the question is from vector. We have to find the unit vector of in the direction of 7i plus 6j minus 5k. We have to find the unit vector. What is the unit vector? Unit vector is equal to vector divided by the modulus of the vector, or absolute value of the vector. So the vector is 7i plus 6j minus 5k over the modulus is square root of the square of each of the vectors. So 7i square plus 6j square plus minus 5k squared. That what you're supposed to have here. So the numerator is still the vector divided by square of this is 49 plus 36 plus 25. So that should give us, if you add this together, that gives us the square root of 110. So that means the unit vector is 7i plus 6j minus 5k over the sod of 110. And if you look at the option provided, option E is the correct option for question number 37. Question number 38. A particle of mass 6 kg is acted upon by force P if the particle moves an upward distance of 50 meters in the line of action of the force. Find the work done, taking G to be equal to 10 meter per second square. Work done is a mass times gravity times the height. So the work done in reference to the upward distance is mass times gravity times the height. So the mass is 16 kilogram times the gravity is 10. Then acceleration due to gravity is 10 rather, and the height is 50. So if you multiply that correctly, that should give us 8,000 joules. So the work done is 8,000 joules, and option A is the correct option for question number 38. Question number 39. Calculate the potential energy of a 10 kilogram mass, which is 150 meters above the Earth's surface, taking your acceleration of gravity to be 9.8 meters per second squared. You are looking for potential energy. Potential energy is energy related to a position. So, and that is mass times gravity times height as well. So mass is 10 kilogram, then the acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 times height is 150 meter, and if you multiply that out, that should give us 14,700 kilojoules. And the option B is the correct option for question number 39 as well. Then question number 40 is on the variance. The sum of six number is 42, and the sum of their square is 364. Find the variance. The question is quite interesting, an interesting one if you understand the explanation I'm going to make. We say we are having six numbers here, so we can say let all the numbers be A, B, C, D, E, F. Those are the six number. So they said the sum of the six number is 42. If you sum them together, A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F should give us 42. We can call that one equation 1. So now knowing the number to be A to F, we can find the mean of the number. You can find the mean of the number. How do you find the mean? Mean is S bar. That means the addition of all the number divided by the how many number you have there. So the addition of the number is we have been told that is 42 divided by the number. The how many data we have there. That will be 42 divided by 6, and that gives us 7. So that means the mean of those six number is 7. Then from there, how do you find the variance of a scattered data or an ungrouped data, knowing the mean to be 7? So that should be summation of open bracket x minus s bar squared divided by n. So that means you can find this summation of x minus x bar squared. So summation, that means you add them together one after the other. And that what we have done here. Variance is so, x, which is the data we are having here one after the other. A minus x bar squared plus b minus s bar squared plus c minus s bar squared plus d minus s bar squared plus e minus s bar squared plus f minus s bar squared divided by n, which is 6. Then if you expand each of these we are having here on the numerator, you can expand it in two places. You'll be having what you're having here. If I expand a minus s bar squared, that should give us a squared minus 2a s bar plus s bar squared. If I expand b minus s bar squared, it should give us b squared minus 2b bar s bar plus s bar squared. If I expand this, sc minus s bar squared also should give us c squared minus 2c s bar plus s bar squared as well. And expand the remaining one as well, you get all we are having here divided by 6. Please do the expansion, small one after the other, you get what you are having here. Then you can now take like times there. A squared plus b squared plus c squared plus d squared plus e squared plus f squared that we're having here. Also, we can see that you're having minus 2ax, 2a bar, you're having minus 2b x bar, minus 2c x bar, minus 2d x bar, minus 2e x bar, and minus 2f s bar. So 2 s bar is common. So I can minus 2 s bar is common. I can factorize that out into, we are left with a plus b plus c plus and so on. You're having here. Then plus s bar square plus f bar square plus f bar square in 6 places. That give us 6 s bar squared. So from there over 6, we know the value. We are told that the sum of the square of the sum of the squares. That means when you square each of this everything here, so square each one of them and sum them together, which is what you're having here: a square plus b square plus c square plus this e square plus e square plus f square. You have been told that the value is 364. That we are having here is 364 minus 2, which is what minus 2 here. Then s bar is 7 into a plus b plus c plus d plus e plus f is 42. We already gotten that here. Put that here plus c times bar s bar squared is 7 squared over 6. So we have 364. Then if you simplify, minus 2 times 7 times 42, that gives us minus 552 minus 588. Then 7 squared is 49 times 6 is 294 over 6. Then from there, if you simplify the numerator, we have 70 over 6. And 70 divided by 6 gives us 11.67. So option C is the correct option for question number 40. So we have 10 questions left to solve in this Neco 2022 for that mathematics question. So this is the objective part, and in the next video we are going to solve the theory of this 2022 Neco for the mathematics question. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click on subscribe button right now, and you can also click on the bell so that you'll be notified whenever we post a video on this channel. Question number 41 is on distribution. So we are told that normal distribution rather. We are told that S is normal distributed with a mean 5 and variance of 1.44. Determine the standardized value when S is 7. Correct your answer to 2 decimal place. So the standardized value is equal to x minus the mean divided by the variance. So S is the number we are looking for, a standardized value. Then this sign here is mean. Then this one is the variance. So if you substitute the value there, you have a z is equals to 7 minus 5 over 1.44, and that should give 1.3889. So option C is the correct option for question number 41. Question number 42 is from a probability. 2 fair dice are thrown once. Find the probability that the sum obtained is a prime number. So this is the sample space for throwing 2 fair dice. This is the first die, and this is the second die. So if you throw these the two die, these are all the outcomes we could get. So 1 1 1 2 and 2 6 6. So then the sum obtained is prime number. So 1 plus 1 will give us 2. 2 is a prime number. 1 plus 2 is 3, prime number. 1 plus 4 5, prime number. 1 plus 6, prime number. 2 plus 1, prime number. 2 plus 3, prime number. 2 plus 5, prime number. 3 plus 2 is prime number. 3 plus 4, prime number. 4 plus 1, prime number. 4 plus 3, prime number. 5 plus 2, prime number. 5 plus 6, prime number. 6 plus 1, prime number. 6 plus 5, prime number. If you count all the favorable outcome that we have here, we have it to be 15 in numbers, and the probability is favorable outcome over total outcome. What is total outcome? How many at the sample space here? We have 36 altogether. That's total outcome. The favorable outcome is how many at this prime number we have here, that is 15. So something can go here, 3 can go in 15, 5, 3 can go in 36, that is 12. So that means option C is the correct option for question number 42. Question number 43 is from binomial distribution. Binomial distribution. 1 out of every 1,000 laptops produced is found to be defective. If 5,000 laptops are produced, find the probability that exactly 2 laptops are defective. So probability of success is 1 over 1,000, While probability of failure is 999 over 1000. So probability of picking x using binomial distribution is n combination r, then p raised to power r, q raised to power n minus r. So, and here we are using Poisson distribution. Now, what do we have? Our s is 2 because we are told that if exactly 2 laptops were picked, so s is equal to 2 equals so our n is 5000 because we are told that 5000 laptops were produced. Combination 2 that is picked, which is l is equal to r as well. Then multiply by p is 1 divided by 1000 will give us 0.001 squared. Our r is 2 also. Then q is 999 divided by 1000, that gives us 0.999 raised to power. Our n is 5000 minus 2, that gives us 4998. So if you simplify this using your calculator should give you the value of the answer, and that should give us 0.084 approximately. So option A is the correct option for question number 43 as well. Question number 44 is from statistics. We have to calculate the mean deviation of the number 28976 and 4. These are non-group data. So we have to find the mean deviation. What's the mean deviation? That's the summation of the absolute value of x minus x bar over n. So our x at all these values given to us 289,764. Then we can find the mean, which is our x bar. So add all these values together, which is 36 divided by how many data? 6 data. So that gives us 6. That means the mean is 6. So we can now tabulate it and get our s minus x bar. So that means you have 2 minus 6, that gives us minus 4. 8 minus 6 is 2, 9 minus 6 is 3, 7 minus 6 is 1, 6 minus 6 is 0, 4 minus 6 is minus 2. Then find the absolute values of this deviation. That will give us 4, 2, 3, 1, 0, 2. Then they have to sum it together. Sum this together, that will give us, if you sum this together, give us 12 divided by 6, that will give us 2. So the mean deviation for this distribution is 2, and option A is the correct option. Question number 45. Find the number of different arrangement of the letter X, Y, Y, W, and Z. So you have to find this. So we have to permutate this 5 digit. So considering that we are having 2y repeated twice, so that will give us 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial, where 2 factorial is talking about this 2y that we are having here. So 5 factorial will give us 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So 2 factorial, we can take care of 2 factorial. So we have 5 times 2, 5 times 4 times 3, that gives us 60. So this can be done in 60 ways. So option A is the correct option for question number 45 as well. Question number 46. In how many ways can a team of 6 coaches be selected from 9 coaches? This is combination. 6 team from 9 coaches, that will be 9 combination 6. So that will give us 9 factorial over 6 over 9 minus 6 factorial 6 factorial. So 9 minus 6 factorial will give us 3 factorial, then 6 factorial. If you expand this to 6 factorial so that 6 factorial can cancel 6 factorial, we have 9 times 8 times 7 divided by 3 factorial left, and that will give us 84 ways. And option A also is the correct option for question number 46. Next question now is question number 47, and that is on probability as well. A candy box contains 15 sweets of which 9 have banana flavor and the rest have strawberry flavor. 9 sweets, 15 sweets altogether, 9 banana flavor. So that means strawberry should be 15 minus 9, that will give us 6. 3 sweets are selected from the box at random, one after the other without replacement. Find the probability that the first 2 have banana flavor and the third have strawberry. That means they have already given us the arrangement. The first 2 has banana flavor and the last one has strawberry. So how many banana flavor is 9, strawberry is 6. That means total sweet there is 15. That total outcome. So probability of two banana flavor and strawberry. So there's no way we can arrange this again because we have been told that one out that the first two is banana flavor. So you cannot change it again. You cannot change the arrangement according to the arrangement given to us. So that will give us probability of first banana is 9 over 15. 9. Variable outcome is 9 out of total outcome is 15 times without replacement. That means when you pick the first banana flavor, you are not going to replace it back before you pick the next one. So when you pick the first one, the banana flavor will reduce to 8 and total outcome reduced to what? 14. So times then the next one is strawberry, which is 6. Then out of what? 13. So you pick in one pick out of this 6 for strawberry. Then the bulb you have left there was 13. So if that should be the case now, we can reduce this value. If you reduce the value, you have 72 over 455 as your answer. And option C is the correct option for question number 47. Question number 48 is on uh, which of the following mathematical model represent balance problem in transportation problem? So if you look at the option given to us, option C is the correct option for question number 48. If you are used to model, uh, you are used to mathematical models. I've forgotten the right topic for this. I for the it escaped my mind. Not that I forgot. So, but option C is a. If I remember before I finish this video, I'll remind you again. Uh, so option C is the correct option for this model. Now, question number 48 is on game theory. Game theory. So question number 49 and 50, we are going to use on game theory. So going to use this game theory to solve 49 and 50. Use the information below to answer question number 49 and question number 50. Again, whose payoff matrix is given by player A, A1, A2, player B, B1, B2, will give us this matrix, 2 by 2 matrix. Question number 49, determine its row minima and its column maxima. So that's the question number 49 that is solved here. The row minima. So that means you have to look at this is row 1, row 2. For each row, find the minimum value there. For this row, the minimum value of this row is 4. This row, the minimum value here is 6. So that means if you put this one in the row minimum is 4,6. Then for the column maxima, that means for the two columns you have a column 1, column 2, find the maximum value here. So the first column here is the maximum value between 4 and 7 is 7. The maximum value of these 5 and 6 is 6. So that means the column maximum is 7,6. So, and if you look at the option given to us, we have the option A is the correct option for question number 49. Then using this matrix as well as the game, you have to determine the value of the game. Determine the value of the game is the saddle point of the maximum minim and the maxim min and the minimax. How do we get that? The value of the game is the minima and the maxima. Let me come again. The value of the game is the saddle point of the minima and the maxima. We call it saddle point. After getting the minimum value, which is what we got here, and we have gotten the value of the maxima, which is what we got here as a we got the minimum value of the row to be 4,6 and the maximum value of the column to be 7,6. Then for this minimum value, you have to find the maxi mini. That we find the maximum value of this minima. Find the maximum or the maximum value of this minima. What's the maximum value here is 6. Then also for this maxima, you have to find minimax of this maxima. Find the minimum value of this maxima. So that is the maximum value of between 7 and 6 is 6. So you can see that the maxima and the minima have the same values, and that's what we call the saddle point. Is the point where the minimax, the maxi minis and the minimax is equal. So and that is the value of the game. The value of game is the saddle point, which is the 6. So option D is the correct option for question number 50. So thank you for watching the following the video step by step from the beginning. You have been able to solve all the 50 objective question for this Neco 2022 further mathematics question together systematically. So before I go, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click on the subscribe button right now, and they can also click on the bell so that you will be notified whenever we post the theory question, the solution of the theory question for the NECO 2022 mathematics further mathematics question. Also on this platform, you will be notified immediately when you subscribe and click on the notification bell. And I hope you have been able to understand what you have done, and we have been able to help you to understand how to solve this 50 question from the beginning. So we'll see you in the next video. Thank you and God bless you.